Hello, my name is Alyssa, and I am the Minnesota Green Corps member serving at the 9 Mile Creek Watershed District. Today we are going to be discussing your soil test analysis. You've received your soil test analysis, now what? Before we begin, I just want to mention that this analysis is a recommendation. You don't have to fertilize this often if you are happy with how your lawn looks. The main point of this is to show you the upper limit of how much fertilizer to use and how often to use it. You don't want to go over this amount, but you can definitely fertilize less if you are content with your lawn. The first step is finding a fertilizer that is meant for lawns. This is important because the amount of nutrients needed for lawns is different than the amount of nutrients needed for gardens. The University of Minnesota's Soil Testing Laboratory recommends that you fertilize 3 times a year: early spring, late summer, and early fall. It is important to remember to never fertilize when the ground is frozen, because the fertilizer will run off and not be effective. The second step here is to find a fertilizer with the amount of nutrients that's closest to your analysis. You want to look for 3 numbers. So if we look at this example, we'll look at this section here. The approximate ratio or proportion of these nutrients is: that first number, 33, is the amount of N, or nitrogen. That second number is P, or phosphorus. And the third number is K, also known as potash or potassium. If you are unable to find one that fits exactly with your recommended amount, that's okay. It's better to find one that more closely matches the nitrogen, even if it doesn't exactly match the phosphorus or the potash. It is important to note that applying phosphorus to lawns is illegal unless a soil test analysis shows that it is needed or you are establishing a new lawn. And so if we take a look at this example here, this fertilizer is 2904, so that first number is nitrogen. 29 is pretty close to 33, so looking at this example, this would be an appropriate fertilizer to use for our lawn. Now it is time to apply your fertilizer. So we are going to go look at the second page of your analysis, where you will find a chart. And so we are going to focus on the nitrogen here. Because the fertilizer that we picked out was 2904, we will be using an application rate of 30, because you can see there is no 29 on this chart. If you were able to find a fertilizer that matched exactly with your recommended analysis, in this case 3300, you would use the application rate of 33. For the next step, we will go back to the first page and look at the total amount of each nutrient to apply per year. Under that section, the amount of nitrogen that was recommended is 1 pound of nitrogen per 1,000 square feet. So then we can look at this last column, because that is also 1 pound of nitrogen per 1,000 square feet, just like our analysis recommends. And we'll focus on that 3.3 number, which we got from the application rate of 30. This means that our recommended amount is 3.3 pounds of nitrogen per 1,000 square feet per year. And it's important to remember that per year, especially if we are going to be fertilizing at 3 separate times. So we can take that 3.3 and divide it by 3, which gives us 1.1 pound of nitrogen per 1,000 square feet per application at 3 separate times, which equals 3.3 pounds of nitrogen per 1,000 square feet per year. Thank you for participating in our pilot soil testing program. When we over-fertilize, the excess fertilizer runs off of hard surfaces and enters our lakes, and this hurts them. But by properly fertilizing and cleaning up any fertilizer that ends up on hard surfaces, we help to protect the lakes. I hope that you have a better understanding of your soil test analysis. If you still have questions or concerns, feel free to reach out to us at the 9 Mile Creek Watershed District, the University of Minnesota Soil Testing Laboratory, as well as make use of those resources that were given to you when you received your soil testing analysis. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.